Hello. The theme for this video will be poor life choices. Let's get into it. Alright, presentation time. So, this is my project. I call it Cult Kraken Bingo, based on me and my friend's Discord server, the Cult Kraken Discord. It's a bingo game. Let's go. So, the team, the leader, is me. The designer is me. The developer is me. The maker of bad life choices is me. Here's the problem I try to solve. So me and my friends, we play this game called IRL Bingo. And the basis of it is we have a bingo board filled with dumb things we say or do, as you see here. We just used this website, freebingocards.com, to make the bingo board. However, this bingo board does not include functionality, as you could say, to mark off bingo boards or easily reset and recreate more bingo boards. So here's what and it also doesn't let you, you know, have any UI with the board. It's just a PNG. But what we had to do, as you can see here, is we took a screenshot of the bingo board and we used MS Paint to cross off our bingo stuff. And as you can tell, that was very annoying. So my project was to solve this, and I created a better bingo website. And we can see it here. The basis of it is you have each of the tiles on the board is a button, and you can cross it off by pressing the button. And then when you get 5, you can hit bingo here, and it will increment your wins by 1. And here is the leaderboard, and we have one of my friends, Toby, who has used this and has won one while we were testing. Let's keep on going. This is the basis of the structure of the entire website. So we have the login page. Oh, and the main pages are here in red. The PHP, other PHP helper files are here in purple. Blue represents text files, and yellow are sessions. So we start in with the login page, and from there you have the option to either log in or create an account. And if you log in and you have the incorrect password, or if you create an account with usernames taken or passwords that don't match, you are automatically redirected here to the login page. If you do log in correctly or you do register, what you'll do is you'll then start a session after you save the user information and updated the board data here. After you start the session, you're automatically directed to the main page. And the main page has most of is where most of the functions take place. So we could go through each of these functions in order. So let's start with how we get a button to change. It's a little, since we can't use JavaScript, I had to do a little workaround. And how it basically works is you press a button, and that button on the board has an index, and the data is stored as an array of numbers, and those numbers are lookups for a text file that has all the prompts in them. So when you press a button, it says, hey, this index was pressed, and we need to flip it. And it redirects it to the exact same page, but with the get variable called flip in it. And now, when it's here on this page, what it does on startup is check if it has a flip, if the flip get variable is set. And if it is set, it goes through this loop. And what it does is it goes into the array and it puts it changes the index number. So if the index was the 5th thing in the board, it would now be -5. And that's how I tell if a tile is selected or crossed off. And I update the board data here, and then I redirect back to this page without a flip variable in the get portion of the URL. So now what essentially happens is every time I press the button, I basically reload into the page. The first time, I don't actually load the page, I just update the data. And the second time, I load into the page with an updated UI. And that's what I use to go around JavaScript and actually have a working UI that updates data and gives reactivity to the users' actions, I can say. So from the UI, we have some other options. If you get 5 in a row, you can hit the bingo button, and what that will do is go to the check bingo PHP, and it will basically run a test and see all the possible bingo combinations and see if you actually have a bingo. If you do have a bingo, what will happen is your wins in the wins text file will be updated, and your board will be reset, and you'll be redirected right back to the My Board page with a new board. So what it will look like is you press the button, your wins will increment, and your board will reset. If you don't have a bingo, it'll just redirect you right back to the board page, the My Board page. You can also automatically reset your board if you don't like it, but you'd reset your progress, and that would also just redirect you right back here with a new board. And then the last thing we have is a logout feature that will end the session and put you right back to the login page. And these are kind of the features I went over. We have the login and create the account, which uses forms, sessions, and saves the data in text files. I've implemented a remember me using cookies. I've also you'll see the board display later, but you can check off the tiles, see other people's boards. You can see you can submit your bingo, and it will check if you have bingo. Number of wins every person has had, so the leaderboard, and an easy reset for the board for multiple games. So how have I gone about testing this? Well, my friends were playing Valorant last night, and we just used that to play the bingo a little bit. And what we did was we crossed off a few tiles. I asked some of them just to press random buttons. I was also pressing random buttons until something broke, and then I just fixed it. One of the biggest problems I had was knowing where to place a new line character in order to have my text files and data be properly formatted. That caused me a lot of headaches, shortened my lifespan by a little bit, but it's alright, we got it fixed. These are my links. I'll upload the YouTube once I finish this video. Onto a test run of this. So, where is it? Edge. Here it is. Okay. As you can see, the Remember Me feature already works from before. It has my username and password, but we're going to go ahead and create a new account. Let's call me Brian. This is one of my friends. I'll have to make sure I delete this when he actually plays, though. So, password, you know, just to show you that the password stuff works. We're gonna do one where the passwords are not the same, and you'll see passwords don't match. We're also gonna do one where the username is taken. Submit username taken up here. I honestly shouldn't move it in here, but you know, it's whatever. So Brian, yeah, that's how you spell Brian. Stia. Let's make sure those are correct. Yeah, submit. There we go. I'm going to generate myself a board. Close out of this. Alright, this is what my board looks like. So, we have me. That's when I made one. That's my friend, Toby. I believe that is Brandon. Big PP man. So, this is the main board. As you can see, we can do stuff like this here. And if you will check my URL, every time I press it, it reloads, and that's it doing the two redirects into this exact same file to update the data and, you know, do all this. So, we can go look at someone else's board. This is my board. This is Toby's board. I believe they reset their boards recently. And Big PP Man's board. And then we can go back to my board. And we also have bingo and reset. So if I hit reset, that gives me a new board completely. And let me show you, if this is an incomplete bingo, nothing happens. It just reloads back into this page. On a complete bingo, like such, it will increment my wins by 1, and it will reset my board. And we can also log out like so. Let's log in with one of my other accounts. And this is my account. And just to show you, if I go to someone else's account, I'm clicking right now. None of these, I can't change someone else's board. I can only change my board. I can still see what other people are doing. And then the last thing, oh yes, the remember me. And there's the remember me. Remembers my password. And if I take this off and log out again, you'll see that it clears. So that's the cookie stuff. Yeah, that's about it.